Welcome to Netrush Report, your home for tennis drama, rivalries, and raw emotion on and off the court. If you live for shocking twists, unforgettable comebacks, and bold commentary, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a single moment. Back in November 2024, Sam Querrey sat down on the Nothing Major podcast, alongside fellow former American ADP stars John Isner, Steve Johnson, and Jack Sock. They laughed, they analyzed, and they made bold calls for the future of men's tennis. Querrey's take stood out. He leaned back, microphone in front of him, and declared, "Carlos Alcaraz is great, but I don't think he's going to dominate. He'll finish the 2025 season at number 5. At the time, the statement didn't seem outrageous. Jannik Sinner had just closed a blazing season. Novak Djokovic was still a threat. Daniil Medvedev remained consistent, and new names like Holger Rune and Ben Shelton were charging forward. But tennis predictions are dangerous, and Querrey's words would come back to haunt him. Fast forward to September 2025. Arthur Ashe Stadium roared as Carlos Alcaraz walked into the biggest match of his season, the US Open Final against Jannik Sinner. This wasn't just about a trophy. This was about rankings. This was about pride. And this was about proving who truly deserved to lead the next generation. Alcaraz played with ferocity. He fired 10 aces, crushed 84% of first-serve points, and tore apart Sinner's confidence. The match ended with a scoreline of 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4. Alcaraz collapsed onto the court, a mix of relief and triumph washing over him. It wasn't just his second Grand Slam title of 2025. It was his 6th major overall, and with it, he reclaimed the world #1 ranking. Days later, Querrey and his co-host sat down for the US Open debrief episode of Nothing Major. Steve Johnson brought up the infamous prediction. "Sam, remember when you said Alcaraz was going to finish at number 5? Querrey froze. The room filled with laughter. Even John Isner couldn't contain himself. Querrey raised his hands, surrendering to the embarrassment. Okay, I was wrong. I'll own that. He's unbelievable." Clips of the moment went viral on tennis Twitter and Reddit. Fans joked, "Querrey's takes age worse than milk. This might be the coldest prediction of all time. Carlos isn't number 5, he's number 1. And he made Querrey eat his words. In his post-match press conference, Alcaraz admitted even he was surprised at how dominant his year turned out to be. "To be honest, I didn't expect to achieve this much in 2025. To win 2 majors and be back at number 1, it's more than I dreamed." The Spaniard smiled, trophy by his side, already looking ahead to the next challenge. Because for Alcaraz, the mission isn't complete. He'll represent Team Europe at the Laver Cup starting September 19th, yet another opportunity to cement his place as the leader of this new era. But not everyone is ready to crown Alcaraz and Sinner as the next big 3. Rafael Nadal himself, a legend of the original Golden Trio with Federer and Djokovic, pushed back against those comparisons. "I respect Carlos and Jannik a lot, but to compare them with what we did, it's too early. They need to win more, to prove consistency over many years." Still, Nadal couldn't hide his admiration for Alcaraz's fight and his ability to thrive under pressure. For Jannik Sinner, this loss cut deep. He came into the US Open chasing a historic 3rd major of the year. Instead, he left with frustration and disappointment. The rivalry between Sinner and Alcaraz is now the centerpiece of men's tennis. Every clash feels bigger, every result heavier. And while Sinner walked away empty-handed in New York, he knows he's still right there in the mix. Querrey's failed prediction isn't just a funny moment. It's symbolic of how quickly tennis is changing. Alcaraz isn't just another rising star anymore. He's already a dominant force. A 2-time US Open champion. A 6-time Grand Slam winner. And the youngest player to reclaim the #1 spot this many times in history. The message is clear. Doubt Carlos Alcaraz at your own risk. Sam Querrey's awful take might be remembered as one of the funniest blunders in tennis punditry. But the real story here is Carlos Alcaraz, a player rewriting history before our eyes. From shocking the world as a teenager to silencing his critics in 2025, Alcaraz has proven he's not just the future. He's the present. This has been Netrush Report, your home for the biggest drama, rivalries, and raw emotion in tennis. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and and ring the bell so you never miss another twist in the tennis world. Because if there's one thing this sport guarantees, it's that the drama never stops.